Alright, so we'll start with the analysis for tomorrow. So, what do we expect? What can we expect on uh, Wednesday? Sorry, we had a very choppy session. So, can we expect a big move? Well, from what I see, 1 second. Yeah, so from what I see, Nifty we'll just go through what happened today and we'll start again for tomorrow. We'll start with the tomorrow's analysis. So Nifty opened, Nifty and Bank Nifty, they were both in range, same as yesterday. It only gave move after 2 o'clock as expected. After 2:30 it dumped. Nifty dumped almost close to 75 points, and Bank Nifty also had a dump around the same range for Bank Nifty. So if you see, it was pretty much like most of the Nifty spent most of its time inside the first 15-minute candle. If you can see, only like for like a total of, let's say, an hour, I guess, will be outside this range. Most of the time it did spend inside. So what trade did I take in the morning? So it was not in Nifty, it was in Bank Nifty. So in Nifty, I was expecting the price to have a jump. So I didn't see. I did see it, but I didn't. I didn't go for the trade because I was seeing something. But here, this trend line OB with the imbalance, it it got respected pretty well. That was the one that gave a very good move. I think that was the biggest move apart from this one for the day, around 40-50 points. Yeah. So it was just like the trend line drop with imbalance. Came here. I don't know why, but I've stopped trading micro break of structure. But a friend of mine, Tushar, he took this. He was there on the chat when the trade was taken. So he told me I did miss this one. So it was nothing like this sort of break of initial structure. Liquidity was built up. Price came back. If you can see here, it was almost like a mitigation block. Break of final structure here, or yeah, break of final structure here. Then tap 50% or the last candle. Or you can enter here as well. The last candle, meaning the same, almost same price. Same thing you can enter, and it rallied. So this was one, but I was waiting for after this break. We didn't see a big move after the break, so I was expecting to come lower. It came till here and it again rallied away. So This is because this could be because it has already mitigated this when it did the micro break, and the price, it came to mitigate the 3-minute imbalance in the auto block. I didn't see this also. No, I don't know. The days are pretty boring after like the past 3 days. I've been finding it boring, so I don't know. I'm not able to sit and concentrate on my trades. So you can see this imbalance here, this imbalance here, but more than anything, this OB just broke it and it went up. So it respected here and it rallied. So this was one. So that is why this didn't get respected, and I was planning to enter here. It could have just made a bit move. I was looking for this imbalance, this imbalance between these two, and this mitigation of this candle, 1234. But eventually it did not come there. So if it had, it could have been a good. We could have captured a good one. And then, as usual, the equal lows got taken out. Was taken out here. It didn't. It also took out this low. We don't know what we have here, what to expect. So what I'm expecting is, let's just see what the okay, Nifty. We still have time for the US to close. I was just looking at Dow Jones, and I was able to see the same mitigation like thing happen here as well. Same structure formation. You can see break of structure, tap, break of final structure, break of final structure. It didn't tap here. It's always the last candle that you have to look for. It didn't tap this one. No, the liquidity was built here. I was just looking at this. I just like to paper trade Dow Jones, and so you can see the liquidity built. It tapped. Look at the rally it gave. Now this is all liquidity for the market. So don't take any trades on the downside. So you can take trades on the downside, but you can target this low, this lower days low. Same happened with S&P as well as the Nasdaq. If I have to show you, so break of initial structure, tap, break of final structure, break of initial structure. Oh yeah, 1 second. I think I saw it some. Yeah, this was the break. After the break, the price came back, tapped here, gave a micro break. Let's see if it did. Okay, it has given a small break, very small. If you draw a line, you can see very small break. Tapped into 50%. Sometimes it taps into 50, sometimes it comes till here. But I'm looking to. I think it should. If it comes down, it will take support here. I mean, it'll try to last down candle, that is this one. There's imbalance, so it could come here to this last down candle. So this is what I'm seeing here after the break. Yeah, break of initial. I can target this imbalance for the entire thing till this. This is what I'm seeing in S&P. Same in Nasdaq. Let's not worry about all the index futures. It's just that I'm showing you because every market, the break of structure of everything works similar. So seeing this, I think the market looks positive with the testimonial, Powell's testimonial. We could see a big move in Nifty, and we can see a gap up. I don't know if we will see a big move, but it all depends on the inflation that will be out tomorrow, Wednesday. So seeing that, we can tell something. But this week decides what the market has for us in the future. for the further weeks. So what about HDFC Bank? Bro, I don't track stocks, but I'll share my analysis after I'm done with this thing. After I'm done with the video. So yeah, this was my view. Nifty took it. Right now, what am I seeing? I'm seeing this trend line trap. This OB. See this? This is like a huge zone to me. Just delete this. All of this is out. So we just come from daily. What is it showing in the daily? You can still see this trend line being respected. There's huge liquidity that is depending on this trend line. So please watch out for this trend line. Any trap, if it happens, be careful. So before it's push. Now see the last 2 days. The last 2 days, in fact, was very range bound. In fact, this one as well. 6th January is also range. I think it's Thursday, so that is fine. 7th also just opened here and down, came back up. It was again in the range, so it's trying to decide where to head. So let's see. I'm seeing this liquidity equal lows. In ranging market, it's hard to mark order blocks in 15 minutes or higher time frames. See, I'm seeing this. This is like the last down candle. Be treating it as a zone. Any micro break inside, I might take an entry. So that too depends on how the market is tomorrow. So yeah, so this is one candle that is not mitigated. That too, it's in a 5 minutes, so it's a good confirmation, and it's at a very psychological level, 18,000. So we can see some type of move or reaction from there. So we'll go to the lower ones. I'm not seeing anything on the top because this is the 1-day candle that with imbalance. I think it just filled the imbalance. So we have to see what the reaction will be from here. Yeah, the imbalance is filled. Just pipped inside the candle. We'll see what the reaction could be. I just mark the wick as the main zone. Yeah, we'll see ahead what the market does. Why have I marked this? It's because of the trend line trap that happened. Let's see where we can draw this trend line from. I mean, the more point it has tapped than the previous, the more better confirmation we get. You can see it's a good trend line. but better we just draw it from this point. Anyway, we know it has been, it did trap everyone there. You can just draw it here. So this is a trend line trap. I'll tell you why the trend line trap is. It is like in the bank nifty. Seeing bank nifty, you can understand why I have marked that. So this move took out this low. So here, if I have to mark, just mark it in the higher time frame. Okay, it's huge wicks zone. I would have marked it if the price had respected this low. Let's say it took the liquidity, tapped here, and then went back. If it broke structure, it came back tomorrow, then it would have been a good entry. But now white out. Now it's a new zone alone. So I won't mark anything. It'll be, the chart will look really cluttered. So I'll just leave it like this. We'll see what the market does tomorrow. Depending on that, we'll see. Because if it is coming till here, it has to come till the start because it has to mitigate this. So good, we have marked this one, and we have a confirmation that it has been dragged from here. We got some rejection here. Thought it'll go up, but it didn't. It trapped and then it went up. So good confirmation. So the entire down move. Okay, this is all I see in Nifty. Rest, it depends on the market where it wants to head and how it wants to, where it wants to see the rejection. Weak belows here. So in case it gaps up, try something. One target one will be here. If it forms a micro break, exit. If it doesn't, if it still starts to tank, then you can target this one. This is another same like liquidity trap, break of initial structure, liquidity tap, break of final structure, waiting for the price to come here. There's liquidity below this. So if it taps, because once it breaks this level, you can see all this imbalance. It'll tap somewhere here, fill this, and then we can look for higher entries. So I'm assuming that I think that could be the trend line trap. It could tank till here, then head higher. Don't know. We'll see that. Okay, we'll move to bank nifty now. See if there's any chance. So in bank nifty, if you were there in the chat, if you were there in the live trading session today, you would have seen this level that I had marked. I know it broke this level as well. That is because when such huge massive drops happen, let's say it is tanking like heavily, I would enter at the close. If it is not tanking heavily, it is just like doing a small like a retracement tank, then I'll enter at the pip itself. Let's see if it I didn't enter this because I closed at 2:30 or 2 o'clock something. You can see, I'll tell you why it jumped from here. You can see it didn't close below this level. It just pipped out to click more liquidity and then it started heading higher. And seeing the US market, this move could be supported with the gap up, and as expected uh, this structure will be full, meaning the move. I'll tell you what it was. So the break of initial structure, this one. Sorry. I wanted to see where the price would get reaction from. So what I did, break of initial structure. I was thinking of taking this as a break of initial structure, but now if you see, this was a structure that was taken, the small one. Price came back, then the structure was broken by this. Again, the price came back. It went up. It went down. When the price came here, I had marked it. I didn't enter. You can see how it respected to that point. Now it's heading higher. Even though it took out the liquidity below both the lows, it didn't close. I think it just pipped and then it showed a bullishness and to rally higher. This is how the order block break of structure everything works. I'll tell you why. So if you see this price, it started to move here. Break of structure. Here there was a small one. Price mitigated. Break of final structure. It was like I was looking for a micro break. Break of break of another final structure. Final break of structure. And if you had seen it in Nifty, same level. Think it was here. Yeah. It broke structure. It came back to tap here. It did tap again, and then head higher, meaning it did mitigate that level. But in bank nifty it didn't. So that is the reason I had marked it. It didn't mitigate the last candle. There was imbalance. So it marked that tap. And now it's heading higher. So this was the entire day. Even in bank nifty, the day was pretty much inside the candle, the first 15-minute candle. If you see, yeah, the day was only the bottom part. So I took trade in bank nifty. So I took trade in bank nifty where was my entry. So this was the break, tap. I break of initial structure, liquidity tap. I wanted this level taken out and then the price to retrace, but this level was just it was just that this level was taken out. The price didn't retrace, so I was waiting for it in the morning. So I had marked the low. Even here it pipped below my the SL point, but the premium didn't. On the premium chart, on the strike chart, it didn't. It showed bullishness. Like if you trade delta, you'll know, like even if the price is tapping outside your SL, your SL wouldn't have hit in the strike chart, meaning like in the premiums. So yeah, it did tap. It started heading higher, but then you can see the trap that happened. This was very unexpected. This trap, you can see, like as soon as it took my SL, it started rallying. Look how much it has rallied. So there was nothing wrong with my setup. I was pretty confident because there was, for this price to come down, there was nothing for it to mitigate. From what I see in the spot chart, there was imbalance, and these are something that if it wanted to mitigate to something real, it could have come here. It would have come here because this low was taken out by this low. So yeah, it could have done that. So that's why I marked it as a trap, a trend line trap. Same as how I marked it in Nifty. Not from here, just mark it from here. I'm seeing this as a trap and I'll trade it tomorrow. All this was liquidity for the day. So yeah, it was a sideway basically. So yeah. So if there are two levels that I'm looking downwards, the other side, it will be this one, trend line, and it will be the trend line trap. Maybe this slow, this candle, any micro break here because it tapped and broke structure already. So if it comes here, break, gives a micro break, then we can enter. Okay. On the top side, just come from the 4-hour chart. The price still has to mitigate it. And okay, it is the wick that you're seeing. There's one more down candle here. You can expect the price to come here. We have micro break, so don't trade until then. So I'll be marking it as a zone for me. This will be the tap on entry. So and at the top, I don't see anything. Try to see something in micro in 1 minute if we can see anything. Of initial structure, it could have come to here to give a boom. Yes, but tomorrow if we see a micro break at this level, I might enter. Confirmation. There's no liquidity because it was very choppy, so every up move mitigated it. Even here it's only wicks, so there's nothing as such to trade on Bank Nifty as to mark in Bank Nifty. If you want liquidity, I think the day's high, I mean the previous day high for tomorrow could be the one. This will hold slow. It's almost close, so watch out for that. That is 38,500. Yeah, that's it. That's it for Bank Nifty as well. Micro break here can give a good move. I just wanted to tell you something like how the move happens. Why I enter? I had a question in the morning's live session. Someone asked me, do you enter at the tap or do you wait for rejection or such? See, if it is falling like this heavily, like 1, 2, 3, three big candles, then wait for, once the price comes inside, wait for the candle to close. Enter here. Once it, like, see, my entry marking was here, this imbalance till the slow. So I waited for this candle. I would have waited for this candle close if I was there to take the trade. So I would have waited for this candle close. Even if this candle opened higher, it would have taken like 5 seconds for it to come, like go down and come up. Even then, you wouldn't have noticed much in the premium, the strike chart, because it would have your premiums would be back up like in 5-10 seconds. So don't worry much about that. If you're worried about that, like then you can take less delta strikes or delta strikes with like having delta having around 0.3. Those won't move heavily, meaning when compared to at the money. So yeah, enter the tab when you see something like this. When micro break is happening, then enter the last candle or the imbalance plus last candle. Here enter with imbalance because after this break I wanted it to come here, then I would have entered. It could have been a good trade, so that's okay. That's it then. I won't be doing the futures because I have it marked already, so you can mark the futures for VCP or anything. Alright then, we'll catch up tomorrow on the live trading. We'll look for some trades. Hopefully find something good. Hopefully the market doesn't change. Alright, see you guys, bye. Okay, someone was asking for HDFC Bank. HDFC. I don't look at stocks. If you want to invest in HDFC, you can invest it now. There's no need to look for investment or when you're investing, you can blindly invest in good stocks. Like you don't have to look for zones or something. I especially don't. If you want to look for zones, I'll try giving you something if I see anything. Let's see. It has added a lot. Okay. It's forming like a pennant or something. Be careful. If let's see the volume. It's kind of like this VCP. I don't trade VCP, but I know what it is. I think you can buy. I mean, like there's nothing wrong in buying it, but for trading, I wouldn't trade anything, banks or anything. That's why I just follow two platforms, that is index, Nifty and banknifty. So I'm not the right person, but just look out for this imbalance and auto block. If you see a break of structure, any minor break of structure, then you can do, because this was the last up candle before the break. So you see this low was broken, and when this low was taken out, the last up move was this one. So watch out for this level. Let's see what will happen there. It could give a minor retracement, or it could give a fake out and then rally higher. That is all I see. Okay, right, see you, bye.